the truth about your childhood that was hidden. God says it's time you know everything. Listen carefully, my child, because this message is not random and it did not find you by accident. You were located, selected, and drawn here at this exact moment for a reason that reaches all the way back to your earliest memories, even the ones you were told never mattered. Don't skip this, because what I am about to reveal will reframe your entire life story and explain the quiet ache you've carried without words. From the very beginning, there were truths surrounding your childhood that were covered, softened, or deliberately left unspoken, not because you were weak, but because you were dangerous to darkness. You sensed it even then, that feeling of being different, of watching the world more deeply than other children, of asking questions no one wanted to answer. Tell me honestly, did you feel older than your age even when you were very young? I say to you now, my beloved, that nothing about your early years was accidental, not the confusion, not the silence, not even the moments that felt like neglect, because there were things unfolding around you that you were not yet allowed to understand. Don't look away, listen carefully, because a hidden truth is beginning to surface right now. There were conversations held without you, decisions made over your life when you were too small to defend yourself, and emotional burdens placed on you that were never meant for a child to carry, yet you carried them anyway. Have you ever wondered why certain memories feel foggy, like pieces are missing or softened by time? This is not imagination, this is protection. There were aspects of your childhood that would have broken you if revealed too early, and I shielded you until you were strong enough to receive them. But now the season has changed. Don't skip this, because I am about to touch a wound you've tried not to name. You learned very early how to be quiet, how to adapt, how to read the room before speaking, and how to survive emotionally without being taught how to rest. That was not because you were unseen by me, but because you were being trained in ways others were not. Chosen one, do you remember feeling responsible for emotions that were never yours to manage? There were patterns in your home, spoken or unspoken, that shaped your nervous system, your relationships, and even the way you hear my voice today. Fear entered quietly, confusion settled gently, and questions were discouraged, yet I never left your side. Listen carefully now, because reassurance is breaking through the tension. Nothing that happened stole your destiny, nothing that was hidden erased your calling, and nothing that felt unfair went unnoticed. My child, I was present in every lonely moment, every misunderstood tear, every night you wondered if something was wrong with you. Do you feel the confirmation rising in your spirit as I speak this? The truth is, you were absorbing more than you were supposed to, seeing more than you were meant to see, and sensing fractures in others that they pretended did not exist. This awareness made your childhood heavier, but it also made your spirit sharper. Don't skip this, because here comes the part that changes everything. What was hidden from you was not meant to harm you forever, it was meant to be revealed at the exact moment it could empower you. Have you noticed how certain childhood memories are resurfacing lately without warning? That is not nostalgia, that is preparation. I am gently unlocking what was sealed, piece by piece, because you are finally ready to understand why you were protected from the full truth back then. Chosen one, your sensitivity was not weakness, your confusion was not failure, and your early pain was not meaningless. There is a reason you are being drawn to messages like this now, and there is a reason your spirit is alert as you listen. Do you believe this message found you on purpose? I am restoring context to your past so you can walk freely into your future, and this is only the beginning. What I reveal next will connect the hidden moments of your childhood to a destiny you never realized was forming, and what happens next will shock you. Because the deeper truth about your childhood goes beyond what you remember and reaches into what you were never told. Listen carefully, my beloved, because now I am peeling back another layer, and you must hear this without fear. Don't skip this, because what I am about to say explains why certain relationships in your adult life feel familiar even when they hurt. As a child, you learned how to anticipate moods, how to sense danger before it spoke, how to become what others needed in order to keep peace. That skill kept you safe then, but it also quietly taught you to ignore your own needs. Tell me honestly, have you ever felt guilty for wanting rest, joy, or attention? This was not your fault. There were emotional environments around you that required you to mature too quickly, to become the steady one when others were unstable. Rising mystery surrounds this truth, because you were not meant to carry that role forever. Don't look away now. There were moments when your voice was minimized, your experiences questioned, or your feelings brushed aside, and over time you learned to doubt your own perceptions. Have you noticed how you sometimes second-guess what you feel even when it's clear? Fear crept in subtly, not as terror, but as self-doubt, and it shaped how you trusted yourself. But hear this sudden reassurance, my child. I saw every moment you were made to feel small, and I preserved your true self beneath the surface. You were never invisible to me. Don't skip this, because protection is wrapping around this revelation right now. The reason certain truths were hidden is because revelation without support can destroy, and I refuse to let that happen to you. Do you feel a strange mixture of sadness and relief as this sinks in? Hope is rising now, because I am telling you that the strength you admire in others was forged inside you first. You survived emotional complexity that would have crushed many, and yet your heart remained soft. That softness is sacred. Chosen one, you were marked early, and the enemy noticed, which is why confusion was introduced before clarity could form. Listen carefully, because this is a prophetic interruption. The patterns you struggled with were learned responses, not your identity. Have you ever wondered why you attract people who need healing? That trail leads directly back to your childhood training. But do not be afraid, because destiny is speaking louder now than memory. I am restoring what was interrupted. Don't skip this, because a future miracle is being prepared even as old memories resurface. The truth you're uncovering is not here to reopen wounds, but to finally close them with understanding. You are being invited to see your past through my eyes, not through pain's distortion. Do you sense that something inside you is beginning to loosen? This is the moment where chains start to fall quietly. And yet, there is still a deeper truth I have not spoken, one that explains who benefited from your silence and why it is breaking now, and everything is about to change. And now, my child, the revelation moves into territory that was deliberately obscured, so listen carefully and do not skip this moment, because the silence around your childhood was not accidental. There were dynamics at work that depended on you not asking too much, not pushing too hard, not realizing how perceptive you truly were. Rising mystery surrounds this, because certain people benefited from you staying small, compliant, and unsure of yourself. Tell me honestly, Have you ever felt like you were encouraged to be grateful instead of truthful? Fear may rise as you hear this, but stay with me, because protection is already here. You learned early that peace was often maintained at the cost of your authenticity, and so you adapted, believing love required self-erasure. That belief followed you into adulthood, shaping choices you could never quite explain. Have you noticed how difficult it is for you to take up space without apologizing? Don't skip this, because here comes reassurance that changes the meaning of everything. Your silence was survival, not consent. I never mistook your quiet for agreement. My beloved, I was counting every moment you swallowed words to keep harmony, and I stored those truths safely until you were strong enough to face them without being shattered. Hope is breaking through now, because awareness is returning to you. The reason these realizations are surfacing is because you are no longer dependent on the approval you once needed to survive. Chosen one, do you feel a strange courage awakening even as discomfort rises? This is destiny activating. Listen carefully, because another hook interrupts this moment. The confusion you carried was not evidence of brokenness, it was evidence of contradiction around you. Children sense inconsistency long before they can name it, and you sensed it deeply. Have you ever wondered why you could read people so accurately yet struggle to trust yourself? That tension was planted, but it will not remain. Don't skip this, because I am reclaiming authority over your narrative right now. I am telling you that the truth coming forward will not accuse you, it will absolve you. Reassurance settles here. Nothing you endured disqualified you from joy, intimacy, or peace. In fact, it refined your discernment. My child, the moment you stop blaming yourself for what you were never taught, power returns to your voice. Do you feel the weight shifting as this lands? Yet there is still one layer untouched, a realization about why the truth is emerging now and what will be restored once it fully surfaces, and what I reveal next will change how you see your future forever. Because the timing of this revelation is not emotional coincidence, it is divine precision, and you must hear this without distraction. Listen carefully, my beloved, because the truth about why this is surfacing now will steady your heart. Don't skip this, because the season you are entering cannot coexist with the version of you that was shaped by incomplete understanding. Rising mystery surrounds this moment, because when truth arrives, it often feels disruptive before it feels freeing. As your life began to expand, as your calling began to whisper louder, the foundations of your identity had to be corrected. Tell me honestly, have you felt an inner tension lately, like you are outgrowing old roles but don't yet know who you are becoming? Fear may try to convince you that this discomfort means instability, but hear my reassurance now, this is alignment. My child, you are not unraveling, you are integrating. The truths hidden from you are emerging because you finally have the spiritual and emotional capacity to hold them without collapsing. Don't look away, because here is a prophetic interruption you must not miss. The authority you are stepping into requires self-trust, and self-trust cannot exist where self-blame still lives. Have you noticed how your tolerance for emotional dishonesty has decreased? That is not rebellion, that is healing. Hope is rising now, because as the fog lifts from your past, your future becomes clearer. You are beginning to see that many limitations you accepted were never divinely assigned. Chosen one, the reason your childhood truths were delayed is because revelation before readiness creates bondage, but revelation at the right time creates freedom. Do you feel the difference in how this truth is landing now compared to years ago? Don't skip this, because restoration is quietly beginning. I am returning pieces of confidence, intuition, and joy that were suppressed, not stolen. There is no need to confront the past with anger, because understanding has already disarmed it. Listen carefully now, because another hook interrupts this moment. The compassion you show others was first learned in pain, but it will now be expressed in strength. Have you ever felt guilty for finally choosing yourself? Release that guilt, it does not belong to you. My beloved, the truth about your childhood is not here to trap you in memory, it is here to launch you into clarity. You are standing at the edge of a new internal freedom, but there is still one final revelation ahead, one that explains what is about to be restored in your relationships, your purpose, and your sense of belonging, and the truth I haven't revealed yet will change everything. As the restoration unfolds, my child, I need you to stay fully present, because this next truth explains the shift you are already sensing in your relationships and your sense of self. Listen carefully and don't skip this, because when hidden truths surface, they don't only heal the past, they reassign access to your future. Rising mystery surrounds this moment, because as you begin to see yourself clearly, others will no longer be able to relate to the version of you that survived by shrinking. Have you noticed subtle changes in how certain people respond to you lately? Fear may whisper that you are losing connection, but hear my reassurance now, you are losing misalignment. My beloved, when you stop unconsciously reenacting childhood roles, dynamics that depended on your silence begin to dissolve. This can feel unsettling, but it is holy. Don't look away, because here is a prophetic interruption. The truth about your childhood is restoring your boundaries, and boundaries will protect what is coming next. Have you felt a new firmness in your spirit, even when your voice remains gentle? That is strength returning. Hope rises here, because the clarity you are gaining will attract relationships that honor you, not manage you. Chosen one, the empathy that once kept you entangled will now guide you wisely. Tell me honestly, are you beginning to sense which connections no longer require your self-sacrifice? Don't skip this, because destiny is recalibrating your expectations. The reason you tolerated confusion for so long is because it was familiar, but familiarity is not the same as safety. Listen carefully, because another hook interrupts this moment. The love you sought outside of yourself was always meant to be anchored within first. Have you noticed how your need for validation is quietly decreasing? That is restoration. Fear tries to surface again here, because stepping into wholeness can feel like stepping into the unknown, but I am with you. My child, you are not abandoning anyone by becoming whole, you are simply ending agreements that were never spoken but deeply felt. Do you feel the relief mixed with grief as this truth lands? Let it pass through you. Don't skip this, because the miracle ahead requires the version of you that is no longer confused about your worth. As the truth about your childhood settles, it is unlocking creativity, clarity, and confidence that were delayed, not denied. You are closer than ever to understanding why you were preserved, but there is one final truth remaining, one that reveals how all of this connects to a specific calling and a near-future breakthrough, and what I am about to reveal next will leave nothing the same. And now, my beloved, we arrive at the revelation that ties everything together, so listen carefully and do not skip this final moment, because it explains why you survived what you did and why clarity has come now. The truth about your childhood was hidden not only to protect you, but to preserve a calling that required depth, empathy, and discernment beyond your years. Rising mystery surrounds this, because your early experiences shaped a spiritual authority you could not yet name. Tell me honestly, have you ever felt a pull toward purpose without fully understanding its source? Fear may surface as you realize how much was at stake, but hear my reassurance immediately: nothing delayed you, nothing weakened you, nothing stole what was meant for you. My child, the reason you are awakening now is because the season ahead demands the healed version of you, not the wounded one. Don't look away, because here is the prophetic interruption you must hear. What you endured trained you to recognize truth, hold compassion without losing yourself, and lead without control. Chosen one, your past refined your perception so your future impact would be pure. Have you noticed how people are beginning to open up to you without you trying? That is not coincidence, that is calling. Hope rises powerfully here, because the confusion you once lived in has become wisdom you now carry. Listen carefully, because another hook breaks in right now. The breakthrough you are approaching will feel sudden to others, but you know how long it has been forming. Do you feel a quiet confidence replacing old uncertainty? That is alignment. Don't skip this, because the truth about your childhood has unlocked permission for you to move forward without explanation or apology. My beloved, you are stepping into a season where your voice carries weight, your presence brings calm, and your boundaries protect your peace. Fear tries one last time to ask who you think you are, but hear my answer clearly: you are who you always were, now fully revealed. Tell me honestly, do you feel the stillness settling where chaos once lived? This is the moment the past releases you completely. Everything you thought delayed you actually prepared you, and what happens next will shock you. Your guardian angel whispered this to me about your health. It's happening very soon. Listen carefully, my beloved, do not scroll. Do not skip, because this moment was arranged long before you arrived here, and your guardian angel is closer to you now than they have been in a very long time, placing a gentle but urgent hand upon your life, whispering not in fear but in warning wrapped in love, because something within your body, your energy, your breath, has been shifting, and you felt it before you could name it, didn't you? That subtle change you couldn't explain but couldn't ignore either, and this is not random. You must hear this, because the message was not given to everyone, it was given to you, chosen one, specifically you, at this exact moment, and your angel says there is a crossing happening, a turning point approaching your health that will not wait forever, and if you stop listening now you may miss the very instruction meant to protect you. There is urgency here, but not panic. Because fear is not the language of heaven, yet still, you felt the heaviness, the fatigue that didn't match your effort, the discomfort that came without warning, the emotional exhaustion tied to your physical body, and you wondered quietly if anyone noticed, if anyone understood. Tell me honestly, have you been feeling more tired than usual even after resting? My child, your guardian angel says this tiredness was not weakness. It was a signal, a flare sent ahead of a coming shift, because something that was hidden is about to be revealed, and something that was draining you is being confronted now, even as you listen. Do not skip this, because there is protection being activated in this very minute, and the moment you stay present, you align with it. There was a season where your body carried what your spirit could not speak, stress you swallowed, grief you minimized, pain you pushed aside to survive, and your angel says you were brave, but bravery without release leaves residue, and that residue has been calling for attention, not punishment, attention, and now heaven is responding. Listen carefully, because this is where the mystery deepens, and if you feel a tightness in your chest or a warmth in your hands right now, that is not coincidence, that is confirmation. Have you noticed strange signs lately, repeating numbers, sudden pauses, moments where time felt slowed just for you? My beloved, those were checkpoints, moments where your guardian angel leaned closer, saying prepare, because what is happening very soon will change how you understand your body, your strength, and your future. There may have been fear, even a quiet thought you pushed away late at night wondering if something was wrong, and I need you to hear this clearly. You are not being abandoned, you are being guided, and this guidance arrives before crisis, not after. You must hear this, because the next phase brings relief, but only if you remain aware, only if you honor the whisper instead of waiting for a shout. Your angel says there is a window opening, a narrow but powerful moment where restoration begins, and it will come subtly at first, a small improvement, a new clarity, an unexpected answer, and if you miss it, you may delay what was meant to heal swiftly. Do you believe this message found you on purpose, right when you needed reassurance the most? Stay with me, chosen one, because we are not yet at the heart of what was revealed to me, and the protection surrounding you right now is stronger than the fear trying to creep in, stronger than the doubt telling you nothing will change. Hope is rising, destiny is stirring, and your guardian angel says you were selected not to suffer in silence but to witness a turning, and this is only the beginning, because what happens next will shock you. Because the truth your guardian angel has not yet spoken aloud carries weight, and you must not look away now, my child, because this next revelation explains why your health has felt like a battlefield lately, and why relief has felt just out of reach. Listen carefully, because the angel says there has been a silent spiritual pressure pressing against your physical form, not to destroy you, but to wake you. And you felt it as aches that came and went, emotions that surged without warning, and moments where your body seemed to speak louder than your mind, and you wondered if you were imagining it, didn't you? Tell me, have you questioned your own intuition about what your body was telling you? My beloved, you were never imagining it, because your body has been translating what your soul already knew, that a cycle was ending and another was trying to begin, and the resistance you felt was the friction of transition. Do not skip this, because right here is where fear tries to distract you, whispering that nothing will change, but your guardian angel says fear only appears when breakthrough is near, and that is why it has been louder lately. There were nights when you lay awake feeling watched, not by danger but by presence, moments when your breath deepened for no reason, or your heart raced suddenly, and heaven was near then, marking time, preparing your system for what is coming. You must hear this, because very soon your health will respond to a decision you haven't consciously made yet, a choice toward alignment, toward rest, toward truth, and the moment you choose it, something locked inside you loosens. Have you felt a strange pull to slow down, to change a habit, to listen differently to your body? That pull is guidance, and it is intensifying because the window is opening wider now. My child, your guardian angel showed me that what scared you was never meant to stay, it was a messenger, and messengers leave once the message is received, and you are so close to receiving it fully. There is reassurance here, wrap yourself in it, because divine protection is not distant, it is active, surrounding your cells, your thoughts, your breath, recalibrating what was overstretched. Listen carefully, because this next part is important, the angel says you are not entering decline, you are entering correction, and correction feels uncomfortable only until balance is restored. Tell me honestly, when was the last time you truly rested without guilt? That guilt was never yours to carry, and releasing it is part of your healing. Hope is not a concept here, it is a process unfolding, and destiny is not abstract, it is specific, touching your life, your routines, your future memories, and there will be a moment very soon when you realize you feel lighter without knowing exactly why. Do you feel that possibility stirring even now? Stay with this message, chosen one, because there is a sign coming that will confirm everything you are hearing, and when it arrives, you will understand why this moment mattered, why you were guided here, and why everything is about to change. And that change begins in a way so quiet you might almost miss it if you are not paying attention, my beloved, so I need you to listen even more carefully now, because your guardian angel says the first evidence of healing rarely arrives with noise, it arrives with subtle relief, a morning where your body feels different, a breath that goes deeper than it has in weeks, a thought that feels clearer than yesterday, and this is not imagination, this is initiation. Do not skip this, because right here is where many people doubt and walk away just before confirmation appears, and you were not brought this far to turn back now. There is rising mystery here, because what is happening inside you is being rearranged in layers you cannot see yet, and the angel says your cells are responding to peace faster than you realize, because peace is medicine too. You may have felt fear when symptoms appeared without explanation, when emotions surfaced that didn't match the moment, and that fear made you brace yourself for bad news, but my child, hear this clearly, the brace is no longer needed, because divine protection has already stepped between you and what you feared most. Tell me, did you notice how the fear has softened slightly compared to before? That softening is not accidental, it is a sign that something heavy is releasing its grip. Listen carefully, because your guardian angel says the battle was never about your body failing, it was about your body asking for truth, and now that truth is being honored. There is reassurance flooding this moment, and if you feel warmth, tingling, or sudden emotion right now, that is alignment happening in real time. You must hear this, because you have been chosen not only to recover, but to understand, and understanding brings lasting healing. The angel showed me that very soon, someone will speak words that resonate deeply with you, or you will read or hear something that confirms what you are sensing now, and when that happens, your confidence will return in a way that surprises you. Have you been feeling a quiet readiness for change, even if you didn't know what it was for? That readiness is destiny preparing its stage. There is hope rising higher now, stronger than the fear ever was, and it is rewriting your expectations of what your future health looks like. Do not skip this next truth, because it carries urgency wrapped in promise. The angel says the shift happening very soon will not just improve how you feel, it will change how you live, how you pace yourself, how you listen, how you protect your energy, and this wisdom will prevent future harm you never even saw coming. Tell me honestly, do you feel more aware of your body now than you were months ago? That awareness is your shield. Stay present, chosen one, because the next revelation explains why this healing had to be delayed until now, and why the timing about to unfold will feel almost miraculous, because the truth I haven't revealed yet will change everything. Because the delay you resented was actually protection, my child, and this is where many gasp when they finally understand, so listen carefully and do not skip this moment, because your guardian angel says if healing had come earlier, you would have returned to the same patterns that slowly drained you, and heaven refused to let that happen again. There is immediate urgency here, because the realization arriving now rewrites your past, the stress you endured, the pauses you were forced into, the plans that collapsed without explanation, all of it slowed you just enough for your spirit to catch up to your body. Rising mystery surrounds this truth, because you thought the waiting meant something was wrong, but it actually meant something was being realigned behind the scenes, and the fear you felt was the sound of old structures breaking. My beloved, there were moments when you felt fragile, when your strength seemed unreliable, and that tension frightened you, but hear this reassurance clearly: fragility was not weakness, it was sensitivity returning, and sensitivity is what allows healing to take root deeply. Tell me honestly, did you ever feel like life was forcing you to stop even when you wanted to push forward? That was intervention, not obstruction. You must hear this, because destiny is now stepping closer, and the angel says your body is finally ready to receive what has been waiting patiently for you. There is hope blooming here, and it comes with identity. You are not someone whose health will always be uncertain. You are someone who learned to listen before damage became destiny. Do not skip this next part, because a future miracle is being teased now. The angel revealed that very soon you will notice a consistent improvement, not dramatic at first, but steady, undeniable, and it will restore your trust in yourself. Have you noticed moments lately where your intuition feels sharper, where you instinctively know what to avoid or what to choose? That is your internal guidance system recalibrating. Fear tries to interrupt here, whispering that this progress won't last, but divine protection answers louder, saying what is being built now is sustainable because it is aligned. Listen carefully, because the angel says this healing will ripple outward, affecting your mood, your relationships, even your sense of purpose, and you will look back and realize this was the moment everything quietly turned. Tell me, can you feel the difference between panic and awareness now? Awareness brings power, and power brings peace. Stay with this transmission, chosen one, because the final layers are about to be revealed, and what you are about to understand next will explain why your future looks nothing like your past, because everything is about to change. And that change carries a responsibility you were prepared for long before you knew it, my beloved, so listen carefully now, because your guardian angel says healing is not only something that happens to you, it is something that moves through you, and very soon you will realize your restored strength is meant to protect more than just your own body. Do not skip this, because this revelation explains why your experiences were so intense, why your sensitivity runs deeper than others, and why your recovery will feel purposeful rather than accidental. There is immediate urgency here, because the angel says a moment is approaching where you will need to trust the new signals within you instead of old habits, and that choice will determine how fully this healing anchors. Rising mystery surrounds the fact that you were quietly trained through discomfort, taught discernment through pain, and now those lessons activate as wisdom. You may feel a flicker of fear hearing this, wondering if responsibility means burden, but hear the reassurance clearly, my child, this responsibility is light because it is aligned, and alignment multiplies energy instead of draining it. Tell me honestly, have you noticed that when you honor your limits lately, your body responds faster than it used to? That response is confirmation. Listen carefully, because the angel says there will be a day very soon when someone notices the difference in you before you even say a word, and that recognition will validate what you've been sensing privately. There is hope expanding now, not fragile hope but grounded expectation, and destiny is wrapping itself around your daily life, changing small decisions that lead to big outcomes. Do not skip this next truth, because a future miracle is being teased again. The angel revealed that an opportunity connected to wellness, clarity, or renewed purpose will present itself, and accepting it will accelerate your restoration. Have you felt a subtle excitement mixed with calm about the near future, even without knowing why? That is anticipation without anxiety, and it only comes when things are truly aligning. Fear may try one last time to question your progress, but divine protection stands firm, reminding you that what has shifted cannot be undone because it was earned through awareness. Listen carefully, chosen one, because the final piece of this message is approaching, and it carries a truth about timing that will make everything make sense, because what is about to be revealed next will leave no doubt that you were guided every step of the way, and the truth I'm about to share will change how you see everything. And this is where the timing reveals its divine precision, my child, so stay with me and do not skip even a second, because your guardian angel says the reason this message reached you now is because you have entered the exact window where choice and grace meet, and what you do with awareness in the coming days will echo far beyond what you can see. Listen carefully, because this is not meant to pressure you, it is meant to free you. The angel says your health is no longer fragile, it is responsive, and responsiveness is power when guided by wisdom. There is immediate urgency here, because soon you will be presented with a moment that feels ordinary on the surface, a small decision, a pause, a yes or a no, and that moment will quietly determine how deeply this healing settles into your life. Rising mystery surrounds this because you will not recognize it as destiny when it arrives, only later will you look back and realize it was the turning point. Fear may try to reappear, whispering old narratives, but hear this reassurance clearly: divine protection has already gone ahead of you, smoothing what once felt sharp, softening what once resisted. Tell me honestly, do you feel calmer about your body now than you did when this message began? That calm is evidence, not suggestion. There is hope solidifying here, and it comes with identity. You are no longer someone waiting for something to go wrong, you are someone attuned to what goes right. Do not skip this next truth, because the angel says very soon you will experience a stretch of days where your energy feels more consistent, your thoughts clearer, your spirit lighter, and that season will confirm that the worst is behind you. Have you noticed how your intuition now speaks sooner, before exhaustion sets in? That is healing maturing. Destiny is no longer something approaching from afar, it is something unfolding quietly in your routines, and the angel says honoring these small shifts will keep you well in ways medicine alone never could. Listen carefully, chosen one, because there is one final warning wrapped in love: do not return to silence, do not ignore the whispers again, because your body speaks truth faster than the world does. Tell me, will you promise yourself to listen this time? Stay present for this final heartbeat of the message, because what your guardian angel has been preparing you for is not just recovery, but a new relationship with your life itself, and once you step fully into it, there is no going back to how things were before, because everything is about to change.